As you know, not too long ago, I published my first book. But I haven't really been talking about it because truthfully, I don't know really how to talk about it without giving any spoilers. But I think I want to talk about it, like the actual story. Because I've been talking about the themes and whatnot and what stuff it is, but I don't really talk about the stories of 12 Murders in June. So yeah, I just want to talk about 12 Murders in June, the actual stories and whatnot. And I just want to go through just exactly what's what without spoiling. And yeah, here we go. So 12 Murders in June is a crime thriller anthology written by yours truly, Jeb Whiskers or Joshua Bacon. Jeb is an acronym, by the way. Joshua J.E. My middle name Bacon B. Yeah, in case y'all didn't know this. If you know now, you know. But yes, by Joshua Bacon. This is I, and this was published on October the 24th. Nope, I just lied. I don't even know my own release date. October 15th, 2024. And I self published this book through Amazon. So yeah, this book has a lot of social commentary on parasocial relationships, obsessions, lust, but betrayal. Betrayal is a big factor right here. Very big factor. And it's just a very interesting book. But definitely I want to get into it. Murder One is about this YouTuber, and his name is Robert Churchill. And his whole thing is everything superheroes. He does, vlogs, and he does reactions to movie trailers, TV shows, and of course he does movie reviews, TV show reviews. Huge superhero nerd. Like posters on posters on posters of superheroes, figurines and action figures, untouched of course, because he's a nerd. And yeah, that's his like whole lifestyle. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention this takes place in 2018 because I wanted to give this book like a setting that's like more modern but not too modern. You know what I mean? Like you can reference Lady Gaga and Beyonce without it being like too outdated, or you can reference Instagram or YouTube without it being too something too modern, but also too like a little timely as well. But yes, back in 2018, Robert Churchill was the SHIT. He was the shit. But his thing is that was his whole livelihood. Like the comment section, that's his nirvana. Period. Cause the man ain't got nothing else, unfortunately, in life. He ain't got no lover. He ain't got no wife. Well, same thing. Or not. You don't know if he's. You don't know. You really don't know. But anyways, no pets, no lovers. Nah, he don't even get in touch with his family, child. But that comment section, to a point where it don't have to be a real comment. It could be from a bot, and he's satisfied. Like, but he's satisfied. And he got this one comment from a fan, and this is his first time ever responding to a fan. Period. And he's like, you know what? Thank you for being a lifelong fan. Because the fan's like, I've been here with you a long time since you started. And he said, okay, the period. But it was one day where he wasn't getting really a lot of comments, but it was just from that one fan. And he was getting annoyed with the fan. It sounds like I'm talking about really all of story one right here, but I'm gonna pause right there. I'll pause in a good second. So basically, a bridge version, he gets a phone call and it's from the fan, and the fan's inside the house. I'll leave it at that. It's listen, number one. Oh, see, I was going to end it on a very predictable note at first, but I say number one. Y'all gotta rate number one. Number one might be my favorite, actually. Now, that's story one, murder one. Forgot to say, I'm all over the place, y'all. There's 9 stories in here. 9 stories in here, and that's 1 out of 9. The second one, I don't know why I'm flipping right here. Like, y'all can read it. The second book, sorry. The second part, oh my God, I can't read. Think. Murder 2. Y'all, Murder 2, Story 2, Murder 2 is such a short one. Too short. No, like, I'm not even, like, literally 3 pages. It's not even funny. Well, like, 2, no, 93 is like 2 pages. I made it too short. It's sad, but it's short. Very short. It's like you blink and it's over. It's like, I could have didn't bear with that, but it's basically about, sorry, adjusting. It's basically about these 2 employees who kill their boss, and one of them, well, they're both contemplating what they should do, but the main guy, our main protagonist of the story, he's just having, regrets and just contemplating the consequences. That's really it. I mean, it should have been longer. Not only did I hear it from people in real life and online said, yeah, that was too short. So, yeah, short story doesn't mean actually make it short. Lesson learned. But with that out of the way, story 3, murder 3. Actually, this might be my favorite too, because it's with the detectives. They're trying to solve a murder of a murdered governor, and they're just reading the alibis. This is a really good one, especially the ending. If you read this book and you know how it ends, you're like, oh yes. It's really good. It's about these 2 detectives. One's a rookie. Rookie, she's like really she's fairly new. She's not too much of a rookie. And the one is a veteran detective, and they're just trying to solve this case, reading the alibis of this murdered governor, right? And let's just say it ends with, it gets spicy towards the end. I like that one. I like this one too. Just because it had the payoff. Not even just what happens, just the gaggery, the plot twist. Not gonna spoil. But the gaggery. Up next is story 4, murder 4. And this is about a neighbor, a young lady, young woman, and she has this crush on her next door neighbor. But his next door neighbor, he has another female counterpart with him, and she's insanely jealous. So jealous that she takes it too far. And I'll just say all that. The plot twist is still gaggery. Listen, there's a lot of plot twists in this book. This ain't your average book. It has a lot of twists in here, child. Twists and turns. It's like, wait, you think it's gonna be like this? Nah. Not at all. But I'm not gonna spoil though, because y'all have to read it. This one was kind of like you'll be looking like that towards the end, really. But I'm not gonna spoil. But it's all right. It's all right. Anyways, story 5. Let me get to it. Story 5, murders 5 and 6. I really love this one because it's about these 2 famous African-American bakers called the Harrisons. And, they've lived their life. They got their success. And they're just, they're in their little penthouse. What is in the penthouse, was it? Not me forgetting the story. Yeah, in their penthouse. Listen, look at me. Look at my mind. Knowing my story. I haven't even read this book in like forever. Do I read my own books? Obviously not. But hey, I don't need to. It's all about noggin. Anyway, they're in their penthouse. On vacation in their penthouse, and they got a visit from their son. And they're like, oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah. Next thing you know, he got a rifle out, pointing straight at them. How does it end? Y'all need to read. Why is he pointing his rifle at his mother and father? Y'all need to read it. This one gets kind of crazy too. It's some black people lingo. So for anyone who's not black, you just, it's not too crazy, but just be warned. Be warned. Like, black lingo is. Let me finish my sentence. Like, black lingo is dangerous, but shoot, there'll be white people that be acting like black lingo is just an atrocity. Oh my gosh, they're just. Oh my god, they're. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, they didn't say cheese and crackers. They didn't say jippity crickers. Oh my god. They didn't say G jippers. Oh my god, crushing pearls. Like the code switching. You know what I mean? That's why I'm alluding to. Because if I feel like if white people were actually fine and didn't have a problem with black people talking, we wouldn't have to code switch. Well, I don't really code switch. I mean, other black people wouldn't have to code switch. Like, they don't have a white voice. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It's some blackness in here. You know, I had to have some blackness in here. But yeah, it's some black drama up in here. So if you're not black, you've been kind of, I wouldn't say warned. Like I said, don't go too crazy, but you're gonna be like, oh, the tea. Anyways, what else? Story number 6. Story number 6, Murder 7, Don't You Dare. Don't You Dare. Murder 7, 8, and 9. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. If you don't know, good. Anyways, Murder 7, 8, and 9. Story number 6 is about this group of friends, and they're on vacation. They were on this island just for like a getaway vacation, but it's a trap because one of their friends, it's all male group, it's all men. But one of their friends is like, it's a trap, I'm hunting y'all down. Fun fact, this was inspired by The Most Dangerous Game. If y'all know that short story, you're real. If you don't, please read it because it's a really great short story. Read it in high school, loved it. Definitely a huge inspiration. Just like, like, what's a good betrayal? Like hunting men? Let me hunt down my friends for sport. Crazy. This one's bonkers. This one, bonkers. That was a bonkers one. Reading it right now, a little bonkers. Okay. Y'all need to read that one and get that going against bonkers. Now, this is Murder 10, Story 7. Almost close to the end. This one gagged me. This was kind of sad. It's basically just an interrogation of a teenager that killed his father. But for understandable reasons, because let's just say he wasn't the best father. And it says in the book, like, even though he never beat me, he never called me out my name, he was no father. It's a heart, that one's a heartbreaker. Heartbreaker right there. It's a lot of heartbreaking stories in here, by the way. It's very tragic. Tell Me More Than June is a very tragic book. Very tragic, and listen, I said right here to read, hold on. Oh, not only disclaimer, the disclaimer is definitely for the last, story. It says, introduction, the last is read with caution. The last line is literally read with caution. For a good reason, girl, because it gets deep. Number 10's pretty sad. Might need some tissues for that one. Might need some tissues for the next one, Murder 11. This is story 8, Murder 11. Very sad. It's about a gay black dude. He witnesses the murder of his neighbor, and yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty traumatizing for him, but yeah, it's very sad. Very sad. This is a very sad book. Because it's funny, because like while promoting this book, I'm like, look at this. Look at the da-da-da-da-da. I was like, this is a very morose book. Like, damn. So much death and sadness and, oh my gosh, so much regret. It's a book of regrets. Listen, I've been putting my characters through it. Have y'all saw my TikTok /shorts /reels, whatnot. When I be telling y'all I be putting my characters through it, they be going through it. through it. The mud, emotional mud, mental mud. It's not even funny. Now, for our last story, Murder 12, Story 9. This is like the most iconic one of them all. Well, this is my personal favorite too, because it's about this man. His name is Earl, and he is, of course, mentally unwell, and he has intrusive thoughts. Well, kind of because I have, well, he has intrusive thoughts, and he falls in love with, of course, another man named Brian. And of course, they hit it off, but like his thoughts get to him, and let's just say he clings on a little too tight to Brian, a little too tight. That's all I'll say without spoiling it. And this is 12 Murders in June. Like I said, girl, this book, girls, guys, them, theys, whoever's listening, this book is very tragic. Very tragic book. It didn't really take me long to write. It took me a while to revise. Revising this was hell. Hell. With a capital H. This was hell. 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 But I need to reread this book. I don't really read my books like that. Well, I feel like I don't need to, but I think I kind of should, maybe. But this is my first book, baby. Very short book. Very short read, by the way. Whoa. Insanely short. What do you mean only 85 pages? 85 pages. What? Oh, no. 85 pages is ridiculous. But yeah, this is my first book, baby. I'm proud of it. I already knew while making it, while writing it, I already knew it wasn't going to be a huge thing because I didn't really expected it to be. But hey, if it becomes a huge thing someday, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all. I would not mind. If like 12 Murders in June, movie adaptation, not even. Nah, that's don't give. This gives like miniseries. Miniseries adaptation. 12 Murders in June has a cult following. I would not mind. I would not mind if my first book, baby, has a cult following. I wouldn't mind at all, actually. This is so beautiful and amazing. I'm glad this is my first book, actually. I'm glad this is my first book, actually. But yeah, it's 12 Murders in June. It is a crime thriller anthology about grief, about tragedy, about lust, about obsession, about regrets, about morose stuff. I'll make another tape of this another day. But this has been me talking about my book. And it's out now on Amazon. You can purchase it on get a hardcover. You can also purchase an ebook. And yeah. Oh, I thought about I remember someone saying about having a paperback. I need to actually see how I can do a paperback, actually. If I can, hopefully I can. Because my first thing was just hardcover. But I'll see if I can do paperback. And even promote that. It's like, it's on paperback now, yay. I'll see, we shall see. But anyways, see you guys later. Bye, see you next one.